First, let's move to the introduction of this topic. Construction is a very interwoven field that helps with transportation, housing, utilities, and industrial growth. National economic policies, especially fiscal policy, monetary policy, and long-term development objectives laid out in Malaysia plans, have a big effect on how well the building industry does. These policies set the amount of money the government may spend, how much it can borrow, where projects should go, and how much demand there is for goods and services in general. For this section, I will explain fiscal policy, focusing on government taxation and spending. Fiscal policy affects the construction industry mainly through government spending on infrastructure projects. One example is the Pan-Borneo Highway. Large government spending on this project increases construction activities and creates high demand for contractors, labor, and construction materials. This helps create job opportunities and stimulates economic growth through the multiplier effect, where construction activities support other sectors such as logistics and services. Additionally, infrastructure projects like this benefit rural communities by improving connectivity and supporting business activities. However, there are also risks. If projects are not well managed, problems such as cost overruns and financial pressure may occur. In conclusion, government taxation and spending play an important role in supporting the construction industry and overall economic growth. Next, I will explain monetary policy, focusing on interest rates, also known as the overnight policy rate or OPR. Monetary policy affects the construction industry by influencing the cost of financing construction projects. When the OPR is lower, loans become cheaper. This encourages developers and homebuyers to borrow money and invest in construction projects. As a result, more construction activities take place, which increases demand for labor and construction materials. This also helps create more job opportunities in the industry. On the other hand, when the OPR is higher, borrowing costs increase. This leads to higher project costs and can slow down construction activities, as developers may delay or cancel projects. Overall, the OPR plays an important role in determining borrowing costs, encouraging investment, and supporting stability in the construction industry. Next, I will explain the role of National Development Plans, also known as the Malaysia Plans. Malaysia Plans guide the country's national development and strongly support the construction industry. These plans focus on infrastructure development and public housing projects to improve social welfare and overall infrastructure quality. One example is the Program Perumahan Rakyat or PPR, which provides affordable housing for low and middle income groups. Projects like this create continuous demand for construction work and ensure a stable workload for contractors. Government-funded projects under the Malaysia Plans also support the growth of related industries such as materials supply, transportation, and services. In addition, these development plans promote balanced regional development by ensuring infrastructure growth across different areas in Malaysia. In conclusion, national development plans play an important role in sustaining the construction industry while improving living standards and economic development.
For this slide, I will explain how the construction industry contributes to the national GDP. The construction industry contributes to GDP through construction activities and related services such as contractor, engineers, and consultants. It also creates employment opportunities and generates a multiplier effect that benefit other sectors, including manufacturing, transportation, and finance. The main contribution to GDP come from project implementation and contractor services, as well as material production and supply chain activities. In terms of policy links, fiscal policy through government infrastructure spending increase sector output, while monetary policies such as a low overnight policy rate or OPR encourage construction investment. In Malaysia, national plans such as PPR and public projects create strong This slide explains the role of construction industry in job creation in Malaysia. The construction sector is a major employer as it hires professional skilled workers and semi-skilled workers. It also provides employment opportunities for both local and foreign workers. From a policy perspective, fiscal policy in the form of mega government projects creates thousands of jobs. Meanwhile, monetary policies such as a lower OPR allows more projects to proceed and increase hiring. In addition, Malaysia's development plans, including PPR projects, help improve long-term employment stability in the construction sector. And this slide discuss investment sources and multiplier effect in the construction industry. Investment in the construction sector come from the government, private developer, and public-private partnership. This investment do not only support construction activities, but also stimulate growth in related industry. Construction spending stimulates sectors such as manufacturing, logistics, and services. Low interest rates encourage borrowing and new development, while national projects attract private investment. As a result, investment trends in construction can influence monetary policy decisions and overall economic growth. This slide highlight the contribution of the construction industry to infrastructure development. The construction industry develop essential infrastructure such as roads, housing, utilities, and public facilities. This development improve connectivity and help reduce long-term economic costs. Well-planned infrastructure also supports sustainable economic growth by improving efficiency and enhancing the quality of life. Therefore, the construction industry plays a critical role in Malaysia's long-term national development. In conclusion, the construction industry is vital to Malaysia's economy. It contributes to GDP growth, job creation, investment, and infrastructure development. The industry is strongly linked to fiscal policy, monetary policy, and national development plans. Understanding this relationship helps ensure sustainable economic growth and more effective policy implementation in the future.